This week we're talking about formative assessments. We were asked to look at the framework to see how assessments help inform instruction. So when we look at Snapshot 8.1, this was a writing assignment where a student was asked to give evidence. The teacher was able to go over and look at the assessment, which was the writing, and see if the student was actually meeting the goal of using evidence properly. The student was not, and so the teacher was able to go in and give individualized instruction. For Snapshot 8.2, this is one of my favorites, is presentations as a formal assessment. The teacher is able to watch the student is able to practice speaking in public, and the teacher is able to collect data based off of what was going on and then work in small groups after to help them accordingly. On Snapshot 8.3 was a collaboration piece between an instructing teacher and a assessing teacher. And in this assessment, it was a written and a presentation. The assessing teacher was looking at the use of academic vocabulary, was able to get feedback, and then was able to give it to the instructing teacher so that they could collaborate on what to do next to help the students. How can formative assessments benefit English language learners? So when we look at a formative assessment, the main point of it is to help the students during instruction, okay? As we help students during instruction, if they sit there and have questions, we're able to, in the moment, give them a boost of confidence, okay? I think with English language learners, giving them that confidence to move forward and to hit those goals really does help them. So we need to know the current levels. We need to modify our instruction to meet the individual needs of each student. Assessing can give them practice and help them to be confident, especially when it comes to speaking assignments. And then we can, in the moment, give supports based on their assessments. So if they need something different, let's give them something different, okay? Teachers using formative assessments to gauge student progress in language and content knowledge. So we are able as teachers to use these assessments to see, okay, where is my students' learning goals for this lesson? Where are they in relation to those learning goals? What is the gap between their current level and their learning goal? What individual difficulties is a student having? And are they missing pieces? What am I missing? What am I doing? And I need to adjust accordingly. The importance of timely feedback for formative assignments. As I looked through the reading assignment for this week, I really love this graph. We tell our students all the time to break down their goals. You can't reach the end goal if you don't have little goals set throughout the way. I love seeing this minute by minute, daily, weekly, unit, quarterly, and annually. Because why? Because minutely, we should be giving feedback. If a student walks into our classroom and doesn't engage in a lesson, we might think, oh, they're just not engaging. Then they come back the next day and they don't engage. They come back the next day and they don't engage. And before we know it, we have a student with an F who is getting ready to possibly drop out someday because we didn't take the time, minute by minute, to ask the student what's going on. That student possibly could have not understood one lesson that set a pattern for the rest of their high school career, okay? So we really need to work towards feedback in a timely manner, always helping them, asking them how they're doing, what's going on, doing these assessments so that we know where they are. Examples of assessments that I have used, vocabulary quizzes, exit tickets, I do, we do, then you do as the assessment. End of the week quizzes, think, pair, and share. I go around and listen to them. Presentations and observations. Sometimes I'll just go in and observe other classes as well. Journal entries and asking questions throughout an activity for deeper understanding. For this week, I used our class references that were assigned to us.